If you want more illumination and a bit of extra style, plus you want to keep from spending a ton of money, then the Raxiom 9-inch LED headlights we have here will be just the right fit for your 2020 and newer JT Gladiator. With their LED lighting elements, including angel eye daytime ring lights and turn signals, plus the black housings and clear lenses, these make for a nice visual and functional update that won't have you shelling out big bucks. Halogen headlights leave a lot to be desired, and even if your Gladiator has the optional factory LEDs, you may just want to set your Jeep apart from the rest. This setup from Raxiom will do just that. The styling here is very clean and simple, so it almost looks like these could have been a factory option. Black on the inner housings gives these a bit more visual depth and aggression versus the standard halogens especially, and with the clear lenses over top, it doesn't come at the expense of lighting output. Speaking of, the main LED elements here in the center will put out a ton of light, and they're going to far outshine those factory halogens. The light that you're going to get out of these is a crisp, bright white, and it's got a wide beam pattern and a nice sharp cutoff. And the outer LED halos here have a few tricks up their sleeves. These will light up a diffused white to act as your daytime running lights, and when you switch on your turn signals, they'll flash amber, acting as turn signal repeaters, so they're effectively switchbacks as well. All of that adds up to an improved look and better visibility for you out on the street or the trail. The outer housings are constructed from black aluminum with integrated cooling fins to keep everything secure and running at a proper temperature. On the front, you get the standard clear polycarbonate lenses over top of those black internal housings, plus all the LEDs we were talking about earlier. And since these are fully LED, they're going to have a nice long lifespan. Everything here is also weather sealed to help keep out dirt and moisture and keep those electronics inside safe. You've also got integrated breather vents, and these are DOT and SAE approved too, meaning that they are fully street legal. Pricing comes in at about $400 for this kit, meaning that these are a pretty affordable option if you're looking to upgrade to LEDs. Now, headlights for the JT can run the gamut of really affordable to really expensive, and these are decidedly more on the affordable side. Plus, they're going to give you similar benefits to some of the more expensive options. Installation gets a 2 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you about 2 hours to complete. While these are mostly plug and play, you'll see you've already got connectors set up to go on the back. You will need to do a little bit of wiring in order to get those daytime running lights and turn signals working properly. However, it's really just a matter of running power and ground, and everything you need to get it done is included in the kit, even some quick Scotch lock connectors. But enough of me talking about it, let's head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through the entire process step by step.
For this install, you will need an impact, a 10mm socket, a clip removal tool, wire strippers and crimpers, and not included with your kit but will be required is some male spade connectors. What's up guys, today we're going to be doing some headlights on our Gladiator, but before we get started we're going to send you to watch a quick video on how to remove your factory headlights, and we'll see you when you get back.
Now we're going to be removing our 6 clips up top to remove the grill using our clip removal tool. And there's one more clip over on this side. Now that your clips are removed at the top, there's going to be some pull tabs on the bottom. And we just got to give a light tug and it'll come out. Now there's going to be 3 10mm bolts that hold your headlight in place. So we're going to take our 10mm socket and take them out. Now before we remove this, you're going to want to hold in the headlight so it doesn't come flying out. Now we can pull out. Then we can remove our connector by pressing in this tab and pulling out. And now you can repeat that process on the other side.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. Now that we have our factory headlight out, it's time to begin installing our new one. Now the first thing we're going to have to do is install our wires to connect to our factory turn signal and DRLs so that our new headlight will have that function. Now these do come with some T-taps which you're going to use to tap into your factory wiring. We already have some installed, but the way they go is they have a metal saddle inside. You want to hook the factory side of your wire into that and then clamp it over it, and then we'll plug our spade connectors into the back side. Now your kit does not come with male spade connectors, they're only connected on one side. So you will need to pick up some of these, which are readily available at any auto parts store for a couple cents a piece. So we're gonna add these in first, and then we'll get our wiring passed through and hooked up. So we've got our wire strippers and crimpers, and the first thing we need to do is expose some of our wire. We'll set that in our stripper section, strip that back. And we can add in our male spade connector. Now these are soldered at the end, so it makes it much easier to get the wire in. Once we have that set in place, we'll crimp this down. You want to give it a good squeeze. I like to give a little tug afterward just to make sure our connection is secure, and you can do the same thing for your other yellow wire. Now we're going to take our wires with the connectors that we just added. We're going to pass those through behind our headlight area. There should be a little bit of a gap between your fender liner and this area. You can reach through, pull these into your fender area, like so. And we'll come around here and show you how to connect it. Alrighty guys, so now we're coming to our fender liner area right behind our marker light and turn signal. Now you should have some rivets holding your fender liner in place. Ours are no longer with us due to many previous installs and taking them apart. You should also have a push clip right about here. Again, no longer with us, but you want to take a clip removal tool and pop that clip out. You don't need to take your rivets out. You should be able to pull that back far enough without that clip in and reach in here. Now because we don't have them, I can pull this back and show you. You're going to find two multicolored wires and a black wire. As you might be able to tell, we already have our T-taps installed. We're just going to plug our yellow wires into the multicolored wires. One should be white with a green stripe, one should be white with a brownish stripe on it. We'll plug those in. And then we'll tuck the rest of our wiring back. And we'll secure that up in our headlight area. We'll pull all the excess wiring back through. And then you want to replace your clip back here when you're done. All right, so now we've got our new headlight and we can begin plugging everything in. So we're going to start with those two wires we added in. It's going to go to the red and green wires here. So now we'll connect our male spade connectors to our female. Get this over here. Connect our main connector to our body side plug. Make sure it snaps in place. Now you want to pull all of your excess wiring back through from your fender liner. Tuck that back in your headlight area. Line up your headlight. We should have two locators inside. And we can loosely reinstall our 10mm bolts. Get them all started by hand. Now we can tighten up all of our bolts with our 10mm socket and our impact. Now once you've got this side in, you can do the same thing for the other headlight. So now once you have both headlights in, we can reinstall our front grille. So we want to line this up with our lower locator tabs. Get this in place and just snap those lower ones in. Make sure the top of your grille is lined up. We'll reinstall all of our push clips. This will just go right back into place. Good to go. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our Raxiom 9-inch LED headlights with DRL and turn signals with black housings and clear lenses for your 20 to current Jeep Gladiator JT. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Gladiator, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.